Welcome back to Dicing with Death, everybody. Those 50 men and 4 riders have positioned themselves at the road. The men begin to spread out. They're still a half mile away, so they're pretty far out. We've determined the ballista max range is 165 yards.
Correct.
That's at -5 to hit.
100, yeah.
So, have the men been told to fire the ballista at max range, or wait for people to get a little closer?
At this point, I think, open triggers or whatever I'm blanking on my military lingo.
Beyond me.
They're cleared to fire as soon as they're within range. Yeah.
Okay.
My lightning bolt has a range of 120 yards, but right now they're at. God, the English system is the worst. Someone needs to do like a rewrite of D&D. Could we convert to metric for D&D?
No.
I don't think it would work.
That's too late. It's too late. We're in it now.
I'm such an avid proponent of metric, and I even use it for my personal life.
You should. We all should.
And but Dungeons and Dragons is the one holdover. So they're a half mile, which is 2,500, and it's hard for me because I know I can do all this math pretty quickly in English and Imperial and metric.
Mm-hmm.
But chat gets totally lost when I'm like, okay, the army's at 2,500 feet, which is 800 some odd yards. Lightning bolt's 120 yards. Ballista's 165. I don't think their long bows, if they have them, are going to be about the same. And that wizard is still missing.
They break into a run. At least the men on foot break into a run, while the 3 of the 4 mounted people kind of trot behind the running men. Now, the line of men is pretty wide. Each man is spaced about 10 feet from the one to either side of them. Looks like they've prepared for...
But it's a line, right?
Yeah. I mean, it's not like a perfect, exact line man on man, but it's a line where everyone's kind of running, so they're getting a little ahead of each other, a little behind each other.
But within a few feet of each other? Or
I would say the furthest one forward compared to the furthest one back is probably about 20 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's a scattered line of people kind of running in the direction of the keep from a half mile.
Okay. With 3 knights behind them?
3 mounted people.
Okay. So 24-ish guys and 3 knights?
50-ish guys.
Oh, all 50. Okay.
Yeah.
And how many? Okay. And then how many stay behind? None?
Just 1 mounted person.
Do I think that's the Baron? I guess I can't quite make out from this distance.
Got a clairvoyance spell?
No, not memorized.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No
sign of. I take time to do a 360 survey.
Give me another perception check then.
I think I'm going to actually be at the top of the keep.
So you see them starting to run towards you, so you're going to go inside and climb to the top of the keep?
I think so. Are we standing on the wall, or are we just standing in the yard?
Standing on the wall.
Okay, so there is a rampart all the way around.
Yes.
Okay, then I'll stay on the wall. But I want to do a 360 survey of the. No.
All right. The few men that Baron Song has are put up on the wall. I think half of them are trained with bows, and they will begin to open fire as soon as the ballista does, or just after.
Yeah. Did these guys charging?
Looks like half
have ranged weapons, or do they running at us with sword and shield?
They're all melee weapons.
What is all right,
I want you to roll me the ballista attack whenever they get into the long range.
Sure, it fires at one of the knights.
Sure.
D20 gets -5. That goes 12.
Oh shit! Okay.
So D20
plus 8
plus 3.
-5. Yeah.
Yeah.
And do these have to take into consider armor?
Yes. Yeah. AC I think would. I think for the bombardments, maybe not, but yeah, AC is a stacko, right?
Yeah, cool.
You stacko to hit armor class 0. Of course, armor class is included. So that misses. God, it takes 8 rounds to reload that sucker.
Yes, it does.
Okay.
All right.
Cover. Almost took down a knight, but it was intimidating.
Quite intimidating. The ballista bolt lands and scatters. The men with bows open up at, what is max range for a longbow? With sheaf arrows? Had that table open already. Max range, longbow, sheaf arrow, 170 yards.
Oh, so they can start opening up with the longbow?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to get to cover. I'm invincible. What do I care? I will try to avoid. Yeah.
That is...
Take cover in the yard. I'll shout as I go towards Haynes.
In the first round of 4 arrows, or 4 archers shooting twice, one of the charging men dies.
Oh, our archers.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't have any archers.
No, your archers. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Then. Whew. I think I'm gonna cast my defensive spells actually. So, well, sort of defensive. Let's enlarge Haynes while we're here. Is Haynes on the wall or is he in the yard?
He's on the wall.
Can these? I engineered these walls. Can they support a 80% enlarged Haynes? What is the maximum weight that I think?
They should be able to hold his weight.
Yeah, I mean, there's like a bunch of us up here.
Mm-hmm.
Haynes, you're an impressive specimen.
Tell me about it, but I'm a little busy right now.
Hold on, you got time for this. Anyone ever told you got giant's blood?
No?
Well, they will now. I give him like a smack on. Is there a bear? Like, is there a shoulder bear or something to smack him? Or maybe I just pound his breastplate. Does he have a breastplate?
Yeah, he's got a breastplate. He's got full plate, field plate armor on.
Splashing a pinch of iron dust everywhere, and he grows 80% his size.
He chuckles and then roars with laughter.
Okay. So that's me that round. Next round, I may hurl a lightning bolt. Lightning bolt.
120 yards. So the
running
men close another 120 yards, and the archers get another range at short range, which is 1 hit, and second volley is just the 1 hit still, which drops another. These men charge now. Now these guys are so close that you can start to see them. You can tell that it's 2 knights with the wizard who are approaching, and the men on the ground are broken up into 2 groups, even though they're kind of scattered amongst each other. There are the groups that look like mercenaries, like clearly mercenaries with mismatched armor and various weapons. And then what looks to be Baron Steamwall's personal troops, his personal men-at-arms. Which
are they interspersed with the rest of the men?
Yeah. So
or is they their own company?
No, the mercenaries and Baron Steamwall's personal guard are all mixed together.
So it seems like the personal guard is probably giving orders, or at least serving as the morale focal point of this army.
Maybe. I do want to note that you see the wizard coming at you atop a phantom steed.
Looks just like mine.
Just like yours.
Parked on the floor there. Where the hell? All
right. So this is how we're going to do it. We're going to roll initiative, and I'm going to count every 5 people as one. Now I'm going to count every 10 set of men as 1 initiative roll. No, okay. 5. Every 5 groups of people are initiative roll.
Groups of 5?
Yeah, so if there are 50 of them, they have 10 initiatives to go on. And then you've got 10 men, so that's 2 initiatives. And then you've got your knights, which are each their own, and their knights and their wizards. So we're going to have a lot of initiatives to roll here, but we're going to do our best to keep track of them all.
Okay. And am I just responsible for myself, or would you like me to roll for any of the
You're gonna start with being responsible for yourself, but if this is too messy, then
Well,
I will ask you to start taking care of all of Baron Song's people.
Yeah. Including weapon speed or just base or just D10s?
Just base 10s.
That is a bit of a nerf to a wizard. One of the advantages of most of my spells is they're quicker than weapons.
I think with this,
but I don't think any. Actually, I can't even get interrupted. If I don't take damage because of the stone skin. Well, I do only have 7. I guess thankfully they have no archers. If I don't take damage from, I'm not interrupted, right? Like if the stone skin just prevents
Correct.
it, just eats the attack.
Correct.
I can keep casting spells. May I roll initiative?
Yes. Let me just finish getting all the dice that I need. I think I'm running out of D10s actually. I am shy 1 D10. We're gonna have to replace it with a D12. I don't think I've ever run out of D10s before.
Okay. How far away are the riders?
They are standing behind the troops.
How many yards?
Maybe 20 yards behind the troops.
And how
the
far?
troops at this point are 60 yards from the gate.
Okay. All right.
So there are
I guess
80.
so they did that in 1 yard or 1 round. So I cast enlarged, and then I'm rolling a. Yeah, okay. My range is long. Okay, whatever. Can I roll initiative?
Yes,
I'm
please
excited.
do.
This is just for me. I roll a 4. One of like 20 in the initiative order. We could pull a 5e and just roll 1 and keep that for the whole battle. Yeah, that makes it less dynamic, but
Yeah, it makes it way less dynamic, but maybe. So, the first enemy men clash to the wall, or they make it up to the wall, but surprisingly, they don't seem to be doing anything. They just bring their shields above their heads and hold their position at the wall. You notice the 2 knights have stopped at about 40 feet back from the wall. They are on horseback, their shields are up, and they're just kind of holding their ground. One of your set of archers, or your archers go off, I should say, with all horrible misses, and it's your turn. So I should say the wizard, the female mage
is she casting a spell?
She is casting a spell, and she's about 60 feet back.
Yeah. I'm activating the amulet and hurling magic missiles at her.
Ooh, those will auto-hit her.
Yeah.
Please roll for damage.
I was wondering if she might have any protection set up, but 5d4 plus 4. Oh, come on. 13 damage, but I think I interrupt her spell.
Yes, you do interrupt her spell. And she loses that round. Okay.
I was hesitant to lightning bolt her because I don't want to destroy her precious magic items. But,
or her spellbook?
Or her spellbook.
Right. Okay, the rest of the men close with the wall. All the enemy troops are now against the wall. They don't have any ladders. They don't have any gear to scale the wall. And the walls are about 15 feet tall, so maybe they could stack on top of each other or something, but that seems a little odd. I guess that's not too terribly far off, but that's not what they're doing yet. Your men do their second volley towards the knights. Ooh, there we go. That is 1 hit on one of the knights. Or 1 point of damage.
Fly would have been cool, actually, in hindsight.
Okay, and now initiative for next round.
Yeah, I got so many useful spells, but only one. I can only use 1 at a time. It's so tough. I think I got a lightning bolt. Okay. I can't. That wizard could pull some same bullshit that I can pull.
Roll me initiative.
Or do I?
Roll me initiative!
Well, yeah, I can. 7, but I need to declare what I'm doing when I roll. I'm definitely casting a spell. Debating between wraith forming and just going out amongst. Man.
All right.
I'm gonna lightning bolt the wizard. Goodbye, epic loots.
The wizard is one of the first people to go this round.
Ooh.
And you see the bar on your gate fly open off its hinges, or the gate unbars and
that's
smashes open.
I should have wizard locked it.
The men on the wall turn to see, like, look down at the reinforced
one wizard lock
gate.
can do two things, right? Or one knock can knock two. It can knock a bar and the lock.
Yeah, but there's no lock on the gate. It's just a bar.
Okay.
But even if there was locked, yes. Haynes gives a shout and tells the other men to drop their bows and go guard the gate. It's open, for Christ's sake. And you see the wizard start to turn around on her horse and ride away.
What happened to the Phantom Steed? Did they just like trample over it? Did they kill it? They probably killed it.
I forgot about the Phantom Steed.
It's parked right at the doorway. They probably murdered it last round, right?
Yeah. What's its max HP?
AC 2, HP is AC is 2, HP is 15.
All right. Well, one person hit it.
So they I guess
for 12 points of damage.
Gee, what? They crit it or something?
No.
Or how do you do 12 points of damage with a...
To a large-sized creature with a longsword?
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, still standing.
That was last round.
Mm-hmm.
That was actually only 4 people attacked last round, yeah. So this round, the gates are blown open, and the enemy troops start to come in. One of them manages to get into the gates before any of your other troops come down. And then your men come down to meet them. I should say one of the group of 5 does that.
Okay. Stoned men go first.
The stoned men go down and battle with the people on the ground.
Including Haynes? Or he's
no, not Haynes. He hasn't gone yet. Your stoned men, well, they get hit a couple of times, but they don't take any damage, and they drop one of the other enemies. Your stoned men have... You've only got 2 stone soldiers, right?
Yes, and Haynes. And Kel Crystal. And then there's like 7 that aren't.
Right. Okay. Next group. Man, this is going to take forever to do like this. Ryan, you're going to need to get some AoE in here and clear up some of these men.
Well, that's exactly why I've got a lightning bolt casting.
Okay. Another 5 groups come in. Group of 5 comes in. These are the mercenaries, and they start to swarm around your group of 5. The gate is wide open, and they got in there before you could really get to it.
I meant for the gates to open, so I could shoot this lightning bolt at their faces. I just was too slow.
Yes. One of your non-stoned men soldiers dies.
Damn.
And another stoned man takes a hit. You're at 7?
Yeah.
The remaining group of 5 comes down on the other side and manages to block the gate. So you've got 5 of Baron Salt, well, 4 really, because one of them's on the ballista, but 4 men kind of in the gate facing outward, whereas 10 enemy have already managed to reach in and are fighting the other 5 down here. So it's 10 enemies against 5 song troops inside the gate, and then 4 song troops trying to hold the gate against
40 guys
on the outside.
Who are all probably pressed into close quarters, shoving with shields and...
Yes.
Does initiative 7 roll around?
You're actually like the penultimate person to go.
Okay.
So
That's
we'll
fine,
just do some slashes. Hit. Ooh, your men dropped 4 of the enemy.
Good job, boys.
4. And the enemy fights back, dropping another one of your men. Okay, so you've only got 7 soldiers left. The other guys are all stuck outside and can't do anything. El Crystal comes down and starts to battle with the group inside. Oh, she's good. She drops one. She drops one of the mercenaries to the ground instantly. You go next.
All right. I produce my glass rod and rub my little bit of fur on it and conjure a lightning bolt right in that open doorway. 10 feet wide, 40 feet long, just carving a hole into the men that are
down the gate.
Yeah.
That's gonna hit. That's gonna hit 3 of your own troops.
No, we don't have a battle map, but I'm right in front of my own troops is where
it spawns in front of their armor and goes forward?
Yes.
Okay.
And
lightning bolt appears directly in front of these men and roll for damage.
Yeah. 25.
Even if they pass their saves, they die. So this is a double prong, 10 foot wide.
10 feet wide, 40 feet long. Okay. Yeah, double prong. I think you can even like fork. I think it says forked, so I think you can like angle. Like have
I think the forked bolt is 2 side
by side,
yeah.
But they can't be angled.
No, because it says the forked bolt is 10 feet wide.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think it's maybe 2 bolts.
Right. That strikes through. It takes out 2 groups of mercenaries. And a few more non-mercenaries. So that is 20 of the enemy. Well, not dead from that shot, but 20 of them downed total.
Okay. And I assume the rest will probably freak out, but we'll see. My Phantom Steed dies as well. Rip.
Haynes jumps off the rampart in his enlarged form and just like leaps off the thing. He takes D6 falling damage.
Into the yard or into...
No, on the other side of the ramp, of the wall.
Thank goodness he went after me and didn't like leap into the lightning bolt path. So he leaps like onto the bodies, onto the crispy bodies.
No, to the side, not over the gate, but over the side.
Okay.
He does take 5 points of falling damage.
Just the stone skin doesn't block that one?
I don't think so.
Yeah. But it doesn't eat a charge.
Yeah.
And he closes.
He closes with his
wielding his two-handed sword.
And that's like a triple crit, which he drops another mercenary with.
Can you just roll for damage just the once, just to entertain me?
Okay. So a natural 19 on Haynes, plus 3 to hit, plus his level is a plus 6 to hit, so that's a 25 against AC 15, which is a double crit. So that's going to be 3d10 plus 6.
Times 1.8.
So 22 times 1.8 is 39 damage.
Single blow. Almost enough to force a system shock.
40 damage, because it's the 0.6, 39.6. So he two-handed swords and just rips a guy in half. But at the same time, like, Haynes is 11 feet tall or something, right? He's huge.
Yeah. 12 feet tall, I think.
12 feet tall. He just rips the guy to shreds immediately.
Not shreds, 2 neatly separated pieces.
The knights that have been holding back charge in at Haynes on horseback.
Dink-de-dink.
They make their 2 attacks. One of them... Ooh. They still... Does it... If they don't hit the armor... If they hit his armor... Like, let's say he's got AC...
his armor class still counts, I think.
Okay. So blows hitting armor do not dispel the stone skin.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. It's sort of a suspension of disbelief, I think, but, like... That's how Chewy works, right? You get your AC. I was even seeing on Hardcore Heroes, you guys arguing about getting your AC versus touch attacks, which almost seem rules as written seem to indicate. Yeah. But in any case,
okay.
It only eats charges if it would deal damage, I think.
Both knights miss, and we go to initiative for next round.
Oh, wait, hold on. Actually, now that I'm reading Stone Skin, it almost sounds like...
Don't change it.
I don't know. We'll have to come back to it another time. It might be that it misses takeaway charges. Because the way it's the example, an attacking griffin would reduce the protection by 3 each round when it's talking about multiple attacks. I don't know. Well, I think we'll argue it later. Let's just go.
We'll argue it later. We'll keep what we have now,
right.
And if we have change it later, we'll change it later.
Do I get initiative again?
Yes, please roll initiative.
Oh, 10. Going last.
All right, their men inside are fighting against your troops inside. 3 of them peel off to go against Kel Crystal.
Sorry, by the end of last round, where had the mage made it to? The enemy wizard. She said
she had backed up. Yeah.
So is she like? So she's now like. I mean, how many yards did she move? I can figure out her level.
Let me take a look at where she is from you. Hold on. She is.
So she was just 80 yards.
She is 110 yards from you.
So she didn't move her full movement.
No. 2 men hit Kel Crystal for 8, 9, 10, and oh my god, 10 and 9 damage. She takes 19.
Neil, I'm gonna cast Dimension Door this round, and yeah, okay. So we'll get to that on mine, but that's my action.
Okay.
I'll be Dimension Dooring on top of the enemy wizard.
Okay.
Do I get opportunity attacks in that in that round that I'm reeling?
No.
Or is that?
You're reeling. You don't get anything.
Reeling was my word. Recovery requires 1 round.
Yeah, if you needs any recovery, you don't get anything. Yeah, you're.
Well, maybe that's a bad idea.
I think that might even. I don't know if I would quite call it stunned. I might call it stunned.
Okay, so I'll rethink that then. So I can't Dimension Door onto the enemy horse.
No. 3. At 3, one of the knights goes. He's stopped his lance. He pulls out his 2-handed sword and moves faster than any man you've seen. His moves are actually a blur as he hammers. What's his name? With sword blows.
Greller?
Yes. Haynes.
Haynes. Yeah. Sorry.
The other guy.
Which was Greller?
Yeah. The wizard casts a spell and hurls something at you. Hurls a small globe of fire at you.
I guess I didn't. Where was it? I guess I'm probably just over the gates. Yeah, looking down. And I haven't gotten it. That's what I should have been casting now is Displace Self. Which I think it is. I mean, I'll be casting Displace Self instead of Dimension Door.
It hits you.
It's about to get interrupted.
You have AC 12, right?
AC 12. I don't get a saving throw? She just gets an attack roll?
No saving throw, yeah. She gets an attack roll. You take 3 points of damage.
Okay.
As this little globe of fire bursts onto you.
But that interrupts my spell and eats a charge.
Yes.
Of Stone Skin. Does it interrupt my spell casting or my spell casting?
Yes.
Okay. So is
3.
that...
What do you go at?
What's that? It does 10. I'm doing 10. Last. I'm actually... Okay. Well, which spell should I delete because I was flip-flopping? Did that burn it?
I will let you decide.
Yeah, I think I burned a Dimension Door. Like I was I'm going last. I was trying to figure out whether to teleport after her. No, that wouldn't work. I should just place Self defensively. Oh crap. Maybe I saw the missile hurtling towards me. I was like, I should have dodged.
The people holding the enemy army that hit and collided with the gate. I forgot to check around. Out of D10s. It's so hard to make morale checks when you don't have D10s. Oh my god. Against all odds, they hold.
Okay.
They hold. Your troops holding the gate miss their attacks. Your troops inside drop another first level fighter. Their troops inside retaliate. 3 of them still against Kel Crystal. No, they already went this round. They've already gone. The people outside are attacking your guys at the gates, which drops 2 more of your gate guys. There's 1 guy holding the gate. He's going to make a morale check, which he fails. But it's not his turn. He'll break next round.
Guess I did need those gnolls.
Haynes goes. He makes his 2 attacks. 1 miss, 1 hit, which rips another guy to pieces. I don't think we even need to roll for damage here. And Crystal goes, getting 2 attacks. Both of them misses. And it's initiative time. So, to recap, there's 1 song soldier in the gate trying to hold it against the enemy, but his morale has shattered. There are 4 song soldiers inside with Crystal battling against... nope, they just dropped 2. Against 5 remaining people there, and 2 of those are the ones with the bronze armor, or the stone skin. Haynes is outside, and the 2 knights are outside trying to batter Haynes down. Ooh, yeah, trying to batter Haynes down.
All right. Can I run to the gate from up here on the wall?
Yes.
Okay. Then 1 round.
Yes.
My initiative is 6, and I'm going for a Burning Hands. God, that wizard is going to get away from me. I'm going to have to hunt her down across the desert, or across the plains, aren't I?
Hold on 1 sec. I'm trying to make sure I know how many d10s to roll here.
Yeah.
Outside. There are... Oh my god, I need a calculator.
A calculator?
I do.
Did we hit the number? Have we cut their numbers by half? Is that what we were rolling for initiative? Or rolling for morale last round?
Well, the magic spell ripping through them and including cutting their numbers by half. Yeah, those all together came together.
But there's about 25 guys left.
Yes. Yeah, roughly 25-ish.
Yeah.
Roll me some initiative.
Already did.
Oh.
6.
Oh, I forgot. That wizard gets the rest of her attacks at the end of the round.
No, she threw a weird orb thing.
Yes, she gets to throw 5 around.
Okay. I think I would have moved, though, by then, at the end of the round.
Yeah, you said you moved inside, right?
Yeah, so I'm inside the wall.
So she hurls...
She can't see me, though. She gets -4.
Does she hurl the rest of them, then, if she can't see you? I think she's going to save them. She doesn't have to hurl them all at the same time.
Is this Is that a produce flame spell?
We'll find out later if you get her spell book.
I do have a spellcraft proficiency.
Oh, roll that.
Can I do that with that?
Yeah, your spell got interrupted that round. Go for it.
Oh yeah, perfect. 28.
Melf's minute meteors.
Interesting. Do I know what is that? Is that a 3rd level spell? 4th level spell?
3rd level spell.
3rd level spell?
Yeah.
Okay.
The knights attack Haynes again, trying to batter him down. 1 actually hits him. Oh my god.
But he's got stone skin. Does he still have charges from stone skin?
Oh yeah, he's got a bunch of them. Stone skin.
Okay.
So that 1 knight is clearly hasted. He's attacking at twice the attack rate possible.
Yeah. And I would also like to draw Carl the dagger in my offhand.
Okay.
In case of opportunity attacks, but I don't think it'll matter. Hasted. I've got a potion of speed. Does that? I don't even know what I don't know what it does though. I don't know if it makes my movement faster or if it makes me act faster. And it takes a full action just to quaff it.
Okay.
All right, so
a spell overcomes your whole area. The wizard goes before you do.
Okay.
Everybody... No. Anyone with fewer than 6 hit dice or levels of experience needs to make a saving throw.
And I auto-pass.
Wait a minute, hold on. Only elves, half-elves, and priests are allowed to save against this spell. But you have 6 hit dice or levels more, right? Yeah. So you're not affected by this.
Okay.
Frightened creatures. Everyone else panics.
Including the allies. Including not the enemies, her allies.
It's a scare AoE. It doesn't say you can specify who you target.
Yeah, no, I think everyone panics.
But it's on the inside of the keep that she's casting it. Yeah. So she moves. She does a half move closer. Casts Scare.
Close?
Yeah. The range of the spell's a little short. Casts Scare, and your men inside begin to panic and tremble. They fall into fits of trembling and shaking. Frightened creatures have -2 reaction adjustments and may drop items held if encumbered. If cornered, they fight, but at -1 penalties to attack rolls, damage rolls, and saving throws. It doesn't say they flee explicitly, but it does say...
They are more or less cornered, but I think they probably, those that fail probably get pushed against like walls or into buildings. Yeah. Are there other buildings besides the keep itself? And
there's a few other buildings,
there's like a stables and the forge.
Haynes cuts down another guy.
Isn't he? What about the haste? Isn't he battling the hasted guy, or is the hasted guy?
Well, Haynes is like, there's a knight and a hasted knight fighting Haynes, and then there's like a sea of lower level guys, and Haynes is ignoring the knights now.
There's about a dozen of them, right? Barely encircles him.
There's like 20 of them. And so he's like partially against the wall, and he's kind of ignoring the knights for now, letting them like batter against his armor and his stone skin, while he, with a broad smile on his face, kind of hacks his way through this tiny army below him, smiling and almost laughing to himself.
A little bit sick if you think about it. He seemed like a nice guy, but deep down he's a warmonger. He's got the bloodlust.
Your last guy guarding the gate drops as he turns to flee. Your people inside run, which provokes opportunity attacks from those standing around them. It's 2 hits. 4 hits. Oh god, 5. That's not good. The non-stone skin ones die. The stone skin ones take a couple of hits each. You're not watching at all, so you don't know how many charges they've got left.
Song's gonna be mad.
He's lost a lot of men. Crystal breaks. Attacks of opportunity against Crystal. Really only 2 can reach her, though.
Aren't those guys scared as well?
Those guys are scared.
I think everyone breaks.
Yeah, I take it back.
I don't know why they run. I don't know what happens, but I don't think they would take opportunity attacks.
No. Those 2 guys did not die then, because the guys inside are scared as well. So they all break and just start to scatter around the inside of the fort.
I don't know what the door is blocked by people trying to push inward, right?
Right.
So those inside, I don't know if they try to push past them and slow it down, or try to push their way towards the keep or some kind of cover. I mean, battle's chaotic,
it's
right?
chaotic.
I mean, everyone
You can't
just panics and breaks.
You can't tell what's happening all over the place. Oh, and what's her name throws a missile at Haynes, which misses.
If this weren't from the perspective of a 19-int wizard, I don't think you would even realize that a fear spell went off or whatever it was. A scare spell went off. It's just people failing their morale checks and running. I stride through the panicked yard to replace the fallen guy at the door and unleash my burning hands at the first crowd that I come across. So can I get all the way to the door before?
Oh yeah. Well,
so I think I stand in the doorway.
So the panicked guy falls to the ground dead at your feet as you're coming down the staircase and around. And you see people moving in, but you burning hands. They fell what they think is the last guard, and I stride in to take his place and unleash a gout of flame. Which does D3 plus...
Yeah, you can roll the saving throw as well. I double check.
16?
Is it 2 per...
2 per... I think it's D3 plus 16 damage.
Yeah. D3 plus 16.
1 guy passes.
19 or 9 on a fail.
1 guy passes it, but he does not have 10 HP, so all 5 of them die. They all burn to a crisp before you.
Yeah, and I move into the burn zone to go and put myself in the doorway, basically, or in front of the doorway.
Yeah.
Walking the doorway, Harl in hand. So I will be close enough to stab opportunity attacks if anyone in front of me tries to flee.
Okay. Let's go to next round initiative. Their numbers are thinned.
So how many guys am I looking at right now?
You're looking at 10 soldiers and 2 knights and a wizard against you and Haynes. You have no idea where Baron Song is. He's gone.
Yeah, let me. Okay, I'm gonna do a color spray. 5.
I didn't re-roll their initiative. There's no way they all got 1s again. Okay, you go at 5. A group of 5 approaches you. Actually, you know what? It's about time they make morale checks again.
They're in melee range. Like I should be in melee range of 5, maybe 3. Right?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is 5 come into melee range of you to attack you with spears. I don't know how these guys are passing the morale checks. In fact, I'm gonna double check the modifiers because
so they've lost at least 50%. They're facing a magic user.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any.
4.
And their morale's probably only like 10, right? So pretty average. Unless they've got like a 18 charisma.
Well, but
knight.
they also outnumber you guys more than 3 to 1, so that's another +2 for there. And they've got a spellcaster ally against a spellcaster there, so it's all kind of a mix of things. And they've been rolling really, really well on their morale, like ungodly
We'll try again
well.
after their spears break upon my flesh.
Okay, these 5 stab at you. AC 12, 2 hits
12.
against you.
Dink, dink.
You do see a look of surprise come over their face as they like rip your robes apart bit by bit, but I
conjure my best horrifying grin to chase them off, wishing I actually had a fear spell. Instead, I just got to look fearsome.
The wizard looks towards you and hurls her 3 remaining flame balls at you. Well, actually, 1 this round.
I'm in a melee, and You're
right. That wouldn't require attacks.
I mean, we don't usually use firing into melee rules, but I've got cover. Like I'm getting stabbed.
You do have cover,
at least in my size.
These are very good points.
So I think so. We don't use firing into melee rules for the most part, but I at least want an AC bonus for the cover.
Yes.
And then a possibility to hit her allies.
Yes.
Like it should be treated like a grenade, right?
Right.
That if it misses, accidentally rolls into a nearby square.
Specifically what it says is if you miss, treat it like grenade, like rolls, dealing 1 point of damage to all creatures within 3 feet. So she, you know what? She's going to actually hurl them all at Haynes. He's 12 feet tall. She's not going to...
Shit.
That is a hit against Haynes.
How many can she throw in a round? Does she throw all 3?
She throws 3 of them at Haynes.
Fuck. So that'll finish his stone skin.
He takes 3 points of damage. Only 1 of them hit his AC though, so that should only be...
And then the misses will deal 1 damage to those fighting him, right? Including him?
No, because they miss by 10 feet. Or 5 feet. So we're not going to worry about them actually, because he's really tall, and so if she misses him, it's just going to fall too far away. He's
not convinced that chump change.
Chump change indeed. The knights continue to hammer at Haynes. They both miss again because he's got full plate, field plate. Do you have bonuses to hit? No, those are still misses. And then what did you roll for initiative?
5.
Your turn.
All right, I unleash my pocket sand, color spray, and a 5 by 20 by 20 wedge. Okay, so only D6 creatures. Whoops, Burning Hands probably would have been better.
Roll your D6.
3. So I think the 3 directly in front of me go down.
Yep, they do.
Behind me, how are things looking in the yard? It's just chaos, right? Everyone is panicked, hiding behind barrels.
They're all just breaking and running into the yard, scattering about.
So I'm the last standing in the yard, basically.
Right.
Okay. So I stand my ground. I don't step out. So Haynes needs some backup.
It is Haynes' turn, speaking of him. He turns to one of the knights, takes a swing, That's probably a hit. Yes. He does D10 plus 6 times 1.8, so he does 18 damage to one of these knights. He drops one of the knights just to the ground in a single blow.
That's including the 1.8 times damage.
He did 10 and then plus 1.8.
Nice.
He drops one of the knights to the ground.
Not the hasted one.
Not the hasted one. And I think their troops need to make another morale check after this round.
I guess taunting them doesn't improve that. It doesn't.
There we go. They still rolled well.
Yeah.
But they failed this time.
My taunts may not do anything, but I think I taunt them nonetheless. I'm like, all right. If you value your souls, free.
Free?
Flee! Flee!
Well, you said free. I'm not afraid anymore. Roll me initiative.
Yeah. 4.
Ooh. I didn't roll Haynes' initiative. You go right after the knight who is hasted.
Okay. I'm finally casting my displaced self.
Who hits Haynes again, reducing his thingy.
Are the guys breaking?
You go before anyone has a chance to break.
Okay.
But yeah, they're breaking.
And I think why they break is because of me. I winning the initiative for the first time all battle, I got emboldened. So I displace myself, and I leave the door wide open and clear as I just push through the crowd, provoking opportunities to get to like the back of the hasted knight that's fighting Haynes.
Sure.
They all auto miss if they decide to take attacks of opportunity.
They all decide to take attacks of opportunity.
Which
they all auto miss, and thank God, because there was a 14, 18, 15, and 19 in that group.
I wouldn't have done that if they could have hit. Right. And I think that probably like just seeing me just like teleport through, I don't know, just like move through them and they're like slashing and it's not
like
connecting.
Running clearly through the ghost of Georg and not hitting him.
Yeah. So I move to get to get adjacent to the knights that are fighting Haynes.
We're fighting Haynes?
Yes.
Easy peasy, you're there.
Flee! Flee! I said flee!
Okay. The one knight fighting Haynes made his attacks. I keep moving Haynes' initiative roll, because I think it's a useless die. These guys are gone, they've broken. Haynes is there. The other knight that's, the hasted knight against Haynes attacked, and hit. And now the wizard goes. We're down to almost no one here. I can't believe those guys passed all those morale checks.
Made for a more epic battle.
Definitely.
So did they break? The wizard goes before they break?
No, they break.
Oh, so do we get attacks opportunity?
You get 1 attack of opportunity plus 1 for every 5 levels because you're a wizard. So yes, you get 2 attacks of opportunity.
Okay. I'm going to include back attack on the one that I'm already behind, the hasted one.
Yeah. Right? Oh, wait, the knight is not breaking. The foot soldiers are breaking.
Okay, so I'll take 2 slashes with Art Carl. I actually get Art Carl is plus 1, so it's 17 and a 21.
Oh my god.
17 deals 3 damage. The 21
is a crit, right? Yeah. Single crit.
And 6 damage.
They both die.
Next round initiative?
No, the wizard goes at the very end.
Oh, yeah, okay.
She does a half move.
Towards or away?
Towards you.
I look up from the guy I just dropped to probably make eye contact and realize what spell she's casting as she casts it at me.
Chance a spell, throws some dust in the air. You want to make a spellcraft check?
Might as well. 21.
Ooh, it's a glitter dust spell. Please make me a saving throw versus spell.
Is it cast directly at me?
It is cast. You're within the area of effect. It's a 20-foot
so
cube.
It's an AoE.
Yeah.
I think I still get a +2 bonus to save for any spell aimed directly at him. Okay.
So this is for the hasted knight is a fail, and Haynes is a fail.
You said versus spell?
Yes.
So 10 is my magic number. I get a plus from the Ring of Protection, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
Is that +2?
We don't know yet.
I'm going to assume that it's a +2. I think it is. And that, even if it's +1, it still saves me. So I don't know for sure.
You are not blinded by the glitter dust. But Haynes,
I hold my middle finger up at the enemy mage, reveal or like show like showing off Lady Red Shield's ring.
You put her ring on your middle finger.
Yeah, we already went. Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
right.
We already went over that. But
all right. Kelkeen and Haynes are both blinded. Let's roll initiative while the two blind people battle each other.
How far away is the wizard?
She is 50 yards.
Okay.
Roll your initiative,
4.
please. You go first before
4.
anyone else.
I cast my Wraith form.
Insubstantial.
I become insubstantial, and that puff of smoke closes the distance. Would you say how far away was the mage?
50 yards.
Yeah, I can close that distance with a half move, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I am adjacent to her and her horse, or the insubstantial mist of Georg is adjacent to her and her horse. I can't make an attack, but there. I go like through her and past her, but in a position to take an opportunity attack. I can't mount her horse, I believe, right?
Not while she's on it.
I think even the Phantom Steed specifically says you can't target whatever's. Yeah.
Okay. She looks about frantically for you, opens her hand, and shoots 3 magic missiles at you.
Oh. The displace cell, any creature making a melee or missile attack against the caster automatically misses. I assume that the missile is targeted. Okay, so they do. How many magic missiles? 3?
3.
Maybe I shouldn't even have wraith formed. I should have just closed. Roll for damage.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 damage.
They reveal that I'm right behind you. Like, cause she was probably like aiming ahead to be like, where'd he go? I know my magic missile will get him. And like the missiles go forward and curve and hit directly behind her.
Because you're 10 feet apart where you're not supposed to be.
Oh, that's true as well. But also the fact that I turned into a wraith and moved right behind her.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah. Okay. No, objects cannot be... Specific parts cannot be singled out. Right, it's just whoever you see. Otherwise detected to hit.
Yeah, display self doesn't protect against a magic missile.
Okay. All right.
Right?
So
Any creature making a melee or missile attack, that automatically misses. Misses implies you have to roll the hit.
Right.
I think that's, yeah.
All right, so you take that damage.
And charges. I'm at 9 HP.
Haynes swings blindly. What's this guy's AC? Should have printed out cards for these people.
Yeah.
AC 16. No, Haynes misses. And the other guy makes his 4 attacks against Haynes this round.
I need to get that guy down. I was right there.
2 more hits on Haynes. Haynes' stone skin vanishes, and the other blow actually lands on him, dealing
4 attacks. Christ.
D6 plus 4 damage. 7 damage. Haynes. Who gives out a cry? What? Wizard! What the hell? This thing wore off!
I warned him, didn't I?
I think so.
Yeah.
But he's also blinded. So initiative.
Yeah. Oh. Wizard, okay, has she turned to face me?
Yes.
More or less.
She's run out of spells, though.
Yeah, I think I'm just gonna go carve her to pieces with a knife. But
what's your initiative?
4. I don't want a burning hands.
She goes first.
Okay.
She points her hand at you again and releases another volley of 3 magic missiles.
Are you serious?
I'm serious.
You can. Oh God.
3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 damage.
I go down.
Georg.
Hold on. What the? She's got 2 magic missiles in a row. Yeah, there's no attacks of opportunity for a spellcaster. You have to beat them and interrupt.
Georg
Yeah, I got nothing.
slips into unconsciousness. Now, hold on. Scare has a duration, and Haynes is blind, but he's also giant.
How much damage did you say?
11 points of damage.
I'm at -2.
What's the duration of
Those
Scare?
magic missiles were the only damage I took, I think. Maybe. Oh, and the ball.
Oh, no, the Scare's long range duration. All right, so Haynes. I'll make these rolls more visible. Haynes gets 2 attacks this round.
You told me she was out of spells, man.
Almost. He gets what to hit? You don't get a bonus to hit for a large, right?
No.
Haynes gets +6 to hit total. That's an 18 and a 13. -4, but then the other guy has a -4 since they're blind, so they effectively evens each other out. The other guy has AC 14, so the 16 hits him. Haynes does D10. Ooh, 3 and 6 is 9 times 1.8 is like 18. Other guy has 22 life, bringing him down to 4. And makes his 2 attacks against Haynes. What's the duration of haste? It might actually be out now. Nope, haste is still going. He makes his 2 attacks against Haynes. Both of them are misses. And we roll initiative. You take a point of bleeding damage.
No, magic missiles cause bleeding.
Yeah, they're missiles. Haynes goes first. He makes 1 attack against the guy. Natural 19 +6 is, 25 against AC 16 is a single crit, almost a double crit. Let's give him high ground because he's 12 feet tall. Make that a double crit. You want to roll 3d10 +6 total times 1.8 for me?
Jesus. Is that Haynes?
That's Haynes.
+6?
Yeah.
39.6, 40 damage again.
He rips the guy completely to pieces. Who doesn't get his
I'm
attacks
insubstantial.
anymore.
I can't bleed. Can I?
Yes, you can bleed.
All right, if you say so.
The wizard... I'll be more transparent because you're out of combat now. The wizard is down to hypnotism and detect magic for her spells. No, I'm sorry. She's down to Burning Hands, Fire Burst, and Enlarge. Oh shit, she forgot to enlarge her knight! Well, it's a little bit late for that. There's nothing to Fire Burst, so she goes up and Burning Hands is Haynes, who gets a saving throw, who passes it, but she still does D3 plus 10 points of damage. 2 and 10 is 12. He takes 6. Haynes is at 9, so he drops to 3.
She has how many? She has 5. I guess she has 5 first level spells.
Yes.
Even at this level.
Yes. She's
I only
level
have
5.
first level spells.
Haynes already made his attack this round, so then it's just initiative between the two of them. She goes first, and I think she hits him with her quarterstaff, which misses.
What do you mean it misses?
Well, she tries to hit him with her quarterstaff.
Oh, swings her quarterstaff.
Yeah. Haynes takes a swing with his sword.
So she's a specialist in something.
Alteration.
Yeah.
Haynes swings and hits her, and I think now she realizes that you don't attack the blind giant.
She's about to die right now if he hits.
7 plus 6 times 1.8, and you had already brought her. Oh shit, she was already at 1 HP from your
Are you
magic missiles
serious?
earlier.
The magic missile brought her to 1.
Got her to 1, exactly. She should not have gone up to Haynes. He cuts her down. And now the question is, can anyone patch up Georg?
I don't think I'm really bleeding from. You bleed from magic missiles.
Yeah.
The caster is subject only to magic or special attacks. Okay, a special bleeding is normal damage. I'm insubstantial. I don't take bleeding damage. So until the wraith form wears off, I don't bleed.
Okay, what's the duration of Wraith Form?
2 rounds per level. Yeah, I think I'll start. I mean, maybe my wounds will start bleeding as soon as but you also, like, you can't bandage me up while I'm incorporeal either. 2 rounds, 16 rounds. So I think they break. They failed the morale check. Both the wizards die.
So, the scene on the battlefield is blind 12-foot Haynes thrashing around with his two-handed sword, while inside the keep, Baron Song, Kel Crystal, and the 4 remaining Baron Song's soldiers,
in addition to 5 enemy soldiers, are all cowering in their separate corners.
Right. Some of them, I think Baron Song's troops have gone inside and, like, barred the inside. The other guys are just hiding around. Meanwhile, the troops that are set to hold the castle and are holding back about a mile have been watching the battle, and they see it they see all these spells going off, they see Haynes grow, and then they kind of see Haynes just thrashing, and I think they hold back.
The phone. We're not going to retcon. She should have been dead for my first magic missile.
Why?
I rolled 5d4 plus 4 instead of 5d4 plus 5.
Oh.
She was at 1. I mean, whatever.
She had 15 HP.
Yeah, that's we're not going to retcon that.
No, we won't retcon that.
That's pretty. That's pretty shitty as a player to catch that. Normally, you wouldn't even notice that. Thanks, chat.
Thanks, chat. You ruined the game.
I just pulled up chat, and that's the information. That's why you've been minimized through the battle.
You shouldn't even have said it, Ryan. You shouldn't even. All right.
Oh man.
Haynes's blindness will wear off before your insubstantiability wears off. The scare wears off early as well, and I think the remaining troops just run. They don't try and stop
They don't join our forces?
No, they bolt. They're just mercenary forces that are left anyway. So they scatter. And I think as Haynes shrinks back down to normal size, he comes over and tries to drag you away, but can't. First, he can't find you because you're displaced. And then when he finally gets you, he just kind of feels through you.
After however many minutes, I will resubstantialize, and hopefully someone within 8 minutes will get me stable. But I guess we'll find out next week on Dicing with Death.
See you guys next week. Bye-bye.